Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
A third quarter now at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
51 to mine. 51 to mine. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. 33. Yellow.
Tua on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They hand it off to Mostert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and bunching, and there was another first down run right there.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Caught on the slant. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Pickett. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
In motion goes the tight end. Now a first down carry for Harris. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Pickett will look to pass it. He'll buy some time right. Pickett lost it. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Pickett. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
60 red. 60 red. Watch out now. 50 series.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Let's go. Black 40.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A gutsy decision there.